All right. So the first thing that I'll do, I'll play with oil pastel. That's the first one, okay? Like I'll do half in oil pastel and half in color pencil, okay? And I'm gonna start anywhere from the lighter shade to a darker shade. Usually what I do is I'll use one color that's like a mid-range tone, and the same way that I taught you, that you use one color, you go light to dark with that color, and then you add up the other shades, same concept. But keep in mind, I'm drawing on the scratchy copy. Remember I told you, once you put your pieces on this, you're gonna transfer onto the good paper. I'm doing it on this just for the sake of demonstration, okay? Now, so that way I don't waste too much paper. Now, I'm gonna use the medium, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna do this light to dark thing, okay? Using that one color first, okay? Can I get darker? Yes, I can. So now things that go back in space get dark. Things that come out to me get light. So in here, I'm going to keep adding. It's almost like a circular kind of rotation, or actually an elliptical rotation that I use when I work. And I almost work in a way where it becomes a little hatchy here and there. And as I press down, it's going to get darker. As I add more layers, a little at a time, it also gets darker, okay? So I'm creating this dimension, this darkness, by just layering. I've even had students who were like really beginner babies, and all they do is just light to dark, in their sections, and it comes out just as good, okay? In here, gets a little darker, so I'll come in a little darker with my shade. Here, I'm lightening up, okay? Here, I'm hitting a mid-tone, so that way there's subtle gradation from the dark to the light. Now another thing too, I'm sorry guys, my hand really hurts. I've been having trouble with my hand. Because, pardon? Yeah, I've been doing Epsom salt. I've been doing all kinds of things to try to make it feel better. This poor hand has been through a lot in the last months. Please forgive it. And whenever I start holding things so tightly, it just starts to hurt again. It's okay. I'll get through it. It'll be back. I'm going to have a vacation soon, and my hand is going to be relaxed. Or I'm going to do painting. Painting doesn't require such picky work. Yeah, I never thought I'd say the day that my hand would hurt this bad, but it does. Never thought that that would happen to me. Yeah. And I take all my greens every morning, make sure I eat my avocado to take care of all my anti-inflammatories. I'm very knowledgeable about all that stuff. And I try to keep a decent diet. Okay, so right there, just one color, okay? It's a little bit better on that camera there. I'm getting another, I'm going to be getting a light, which will probably make the resolution on the camera there a bit better. So now, that's just one color, okay? Now, what more can I do, okay? I could get a step bit darker. I could add in my black very softly. Now, it may be too black, and then if it gets too black, what you do simply is grab that same shade that you had and work it right on top. Forgive me, I got a phone call. Should I ignore the phone call? It might be somebody from the office. Give me a second, guys. Art department? That's okay. I knew it wasn't for me. I'm just gonna... No, I can't even turn it off. Okay, sorry about that. So now I use this other shade and I go back over it to kind of blend it even more, okay? Now, another thing I could do if I want to get lighter, I could add in shades of ochre, okay, to the mix, okay. Oh, so basically, I've gone from black to a sienna brown to now an ochre, okay. And by adding that resonance of color, I'm getting this, you know, very, you could say, electric kind of look. Okay, it's almost glowing. So that's kind of how you do it. Then you could go very softly with the black in the darker area. Another shade that you could add into brown, you could add green, you could add purple, you could add blues. They tend to help shades get a little bit darker, especially with the browns, okay?
Miss Shig, I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
Is there like any research on the internet or something I can use? Cause like you see the way you use the yellow and the brown and mix it together.
Yeah, yeah.
With like the light and the dark.
Right.
I only go off what I see on the color wheel.
Right. Okay, but remember, okay, I know why. Brown is in the red family, okay? So with red, if you look at red on the color wheel, okay, you've got, yeah, I think you could see it. There we go, yeah. You've got the red, you've got the orange, you've got the yellow.
The bet.
Hold on a second. I think he's here. Hold on a second.
This is the bet class.
Hold on. They're looking for you. The office. Yeah, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, hold on, he's here. Hold on.
Oh. Hello?
Hey, what's up?
This is the bet class.
No, but I'm here. What do you need?
Okay, Jacob Cannon is here. He's marking here. He's getting his laptop.
Who is?
Jacob
Jacob.
Cannon. C-A-N-O.
Okay,
He's
thanks.
present. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so Octaly, because it's in the red family, you could go ahead and use shades of that color, okay? Actually, most browns are in the red family. It's kind of like a standard that we know, okay? So as it is in the red family, you literally use these shades in here to darken if you need, okay? Now, this is just with oil pastel. So I'll tell you what, let me put that away. And now let me show you how to work it with color pencil. Okay, a little bit different. This tends to be a little bit more, you could say, stronger in color. And there are ways in which to blend it more to get rid of all of what you see there just by going over it and going over it and going over it, okay? Now, when I start off, I usually start off with the lighter shade. If I want to get darker, okay, this would be the ranges of shades that I'm going, right? But that's another thing. Let me quickly do a little swatch here of the colors that I used. I used the black, remember? I used this, it's like a red oxide, and I used the ochre. Okay, that's what I did in here, okay? Now, and the other side, what I'm going to be working with is I'm going to be working with color pencil. And I'm going to be doing, again, the blending technique. Now, like I said, you don't need to choose blending. You could go ahead and do hatching. You could do cross hatching. You could do stip.